Well, very first match in about 40 to 45 minutes. And I just got done with my very first lesson today after work at this beautiful park about 10 to 15 minutes north of Milwaukee. And the match I'm playing at is 10 minutes north of here at Concordia University, which is a small private school. I believe they're Lutheran, and they have a pretty good tennis team. I believe they qualified for nationals for women's. I don't know about men's, but they're Division III, but pretty well regarded in terms of Division III tennis. And driving over there right now. And here we go. One thing that people really don't talk about when you consider teaching outside at a serious level like I do, I teach about anywhere between 15 to 25 hours a week outside during the summer for some of my private clients and close family friends, is it's really like running your own business. It's accounting, it's financing, it's supply chain management, like, you know, getting the tennis balls and tennis hoppers here on time. It's a lot of sales, actually, a lot of customer service, and a lot of marketing. So for those of you out there that are considering teaching tennis outside just for some extra cash, anywhere between 5 to 10 hours a week on top of your full-time job, I say just do it and do the best you can and see where it goes from there. Because obviously money is good, but for the most part, the stuff I've learned and the stuff that I find the most valuable when it comes to running this type of business is the skills that you learn throughout running this business, throughout helping the people in your local community. Man, it's like 80 degrees. Let's turn on the AC. For those of you who don't know what State League is, I'll break it down for you guys. So I am technically rated a 4-5 tennis player by the USTA, and State League is organized by the USTA, and it's, at least in Midwestern Wisconsin, the format is 2 singles courts and then 3 doubles courts. So it's best out of 5. Obviously you want to win as many courts as you can, just in case there's an upset, or just in case, you know, some of your teammates are having a bad day. And for those of you that are wondering too, there are some people you guys might know from the Essential Tennis universe that are on my team. Scott being one of them, Angry Old Man. I believe he's playing number 2 doubles with a friend of mine and former roommate. His name is Eric, and Eric played number 1 at MSOE, I believe his junior and senior year. So he's a pretty, very well-respected player by his own right as well. And we're trying to get Adam on our team. Adam, I believe, played at Essential Tennis at least twice, once against Ian and once against Scott. So I think he's technically a 5-0 right now, so we're trying to appeal to the USTA that he's actually more of a 4-5 instead of a 5-0, but you know, the USTA thing, that's a whole bureaucratic process. So my hope for this type of vlog style is to not only give you guys more content, because I've had a lot of requests from the YouTube and Discord community about making another vlog style, and I think this is a pretty good fit for it. It's a regular thing, it's not too much editing, it's not too much extra consumption for me on top of the stuff that I already do, because if I'm already editing and recording tennis string reviews and match play, you know, it doesn't take too much to do this as well. So hopefully you guys are definitely into this vlog style, because a lot of people were. Oh, that's an illegal move on the highway? Okay. Don't see that every day. So the goal of this vlog is to really just kind of document my progress as not a 4-5 tennis player, because I didn't qualify for nationals and I failed you guys on that, but that's perfectly okay. I did my best. I could have done things a little bit differently, but I definitely did my best, and hopefully you guys found that entertaining. But this is definitely going to be more of a journey for not only just me, but for my teammates around me. So I believe the people that are playing today are myself, a gentleman named Joey, who's a very, very good singles player in really good shape. I think he's only like 23 or 24, so he's got the fitness, he's very mature for his age, something that I can't say for myself. But you know, he's got the optimism, because you know, 23 or 24, you're not exactly struck with like, oh, this is what life is. He's still full of optimism and full of energy, so hopefully he'll be taking a lot of wins at our singles position throughout this journey. And yes, this state league team is once a week on Wednesday nights around 6 o'clock in the Milwaukee area, so this will definitely be uploaded regularly unless there's a bye week, which I think there are quite a bit. But I think even on bye weeks, I'll definitely get some sort of vlog style for you guys to supplement those bye weeks. So exiting right now. Told you it's not going to be too far. But I'll show you guys a little bit of a pre-match ritual that I like to do. Something I don't discuss too often, but for those of you that have followed me, I think you know exactly what it is. So Concordia University is nested inside of Mequon, Wisconsin, which is one of the more prominent suburban areas in southeastern Wisconsin. And there is money here. There's a lot of tennis here. So it's a pretty nice neighborhood to kind of play tennis at and then hang out with your friends right afterwards. So we're here at my secret spot. It's gonna be food related because I've eaten 2 very light meals throughout the day today to kind of prepare myself for this possibly tough tennis match. And for those of you that know me very well, we're at Taco Bell. Didn't realize that Taco Bell, the dining area, would actually be closed, even though it says dine in, open, come on in. So we'll just go through the drive-through. Nothing wrong with that.
Hi, I'm sorry, I said from now we're not taking orders for the next 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
All right.
Okay, Taco Bell is down. All right. Next thing I could do, thankfully it's right across the street from me. Man, I really wanted to surprise you guys of like what I ate at Taco Bell right before a tennis match. A little disappointed, but can't do a thing about it really. I never understood people that flipped out on fast food or even service or hospitality people, because it's a difficult job to begin with and doesn't pay that well. A lot of stress. So I've never understood people that like flip out on like, what do you mean you can't serve this? What do you mean you guys are out of this item? What do you mean your system is down? Dude, it's chill out, right? It's not their fault. I could even count on the handful of times I've tipped significantly under 20% on a bill in a restaurant. I always give the benefit of the doubt. Always. Oh, move, birdie. I don't want to run you over. Oh my God. This bird. Oh my goodness, that bird is not too bright. So I'm not gonna hold the suspense anymore, but I definitely like the Filet-O-Fish, which is something you really don't think about when it comes to McDonald's. You really don't think of a Filet-O-Fish as being pretty decent, but it is in my opinion. But for right before a match, about 30 to 40 minutes before I play a tennis match, I actually do enjoy a McChicken, which is basically just an oversized chicken McNugget with some mayo, some sprinkled lettuce on top, smashed between 2 pieces of bread probably found at the bottom of a dumpster the night before. Thank you.
Can I drive?
Maybe later.
It's nice.
Yeah, it gets the job done.
Huh?
It gets the job done.
I thought it was like you. It's your own car?
Yeah.
Huh.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get compliments like that every now and then. Makes me feel nice, I guess. Yeah. I've always been the type of guy that I thought I would never, like, buy a luxury car. Oops. For those of you wondering, I am driving. Oh, thank you. I'm currently driving Mercedes C300 2017 Coupe, and it's one of the more uncommon cars of its trim because it's a coupe, but it's also all-wheel drive. You don't see that combination too often, not only in luxury cars, you don't see that combination too often in any type of car manufacturer. I wanted to get a Camaro or possibly even a rigged out Mustang, but my mom, thankfully, talked a little bit more sense into me and highly suggested I get a car that's all-wheel drive because of the Wisconsin Midwest winters. So we are here, and this is the very first step of winning nationals for 4, 5, 18 and over for not only me, but my team. And the first one is always the hardest. Always starting from 0, going to 1 is always the hardest, but hopefully we can make a strong start here and get a strong win at 5-0. But we'll see how we do.
It's no secret. I have an ego. I mean, you also have an ego. But yes, I do have an ego bigger than most people, and I'm willing to admit it. But I'm also more than willing to be put in my place when need be, whether that's on the tennis court, in a platonic relationship, or maybe even in the office, or any other aspect of life. And given my ego, this really kept it in check. I ended up playing a former NAIA national team qualifier. He is from Brazil, and he played on Cardinal Strich's team a few years ago in the singles lineup. I believe he either played 5 or 6 when they made a very deep run into the team nationals. I lost the first set 3-6, and then I was down in the second set 2-4. I was playing to his strength because he's from Brazil. He's a clay courter. I was just looping it to his forehand, having cross-court rallies with him, And him being, I believe, 25 and only about 150 pounds, standing just under 6 feet tall, he's in pretty damn good shape. Very contrary to my physical fitness during this tennis match. But for some reason, I was able to get it together and win the second set 6-4. I won the next 4 games after figuring some things out. So in State League, at least around this area for USTA, you play 10-point tiebreaks instead of playing it out. And I actually started to cramp up a little bit. But luckily for me, the very next point after I had a minor cramp, he started having a bigger cramp than me on his, I believe, his right calf. So I took advantage of it, and I ended up winning the tennis match in a 10-point tiebreak against this very formidable opponent in 4-5 USTA League. I believe it was 10-7. As for the other tennis matches, because I played one singles, the younger individual who probably should be playing number 1 singles instead of me, given how young and how much in better shape he is to myself, he won 6-3, 6-0. And my team co-captains, Andy and Kyle, won their number 1 double slot 6-1, 6-1. And my former roommate, Eric, and Angry Old Man, who's been featured at Essential Tennis quite a bit, Scott, they won in 6-2, 7-5 at number 2 doubles, a pretty close second set. And then a teaching pro friend of mine, who is a little bit old school, but an excellent doubles player, very, very smart, very level-headed, partnered with a former high school rival of mine from Illinois that actually ended up in the Milwaukee area. They won the 3 double slot 6-1, 6-1. So it's a pretty damn good start for my State League team, and for the people I'm with, winning the very first match 5-0 as a team, only dropping 1 set, with me being the individual dropping that set. But I'm still very thankful that I've been asked to be part of this team with close friends of mine, and I was able to get away with a win, even though I probably should have been losing. I was basically dead to rights the entire tennis match with a really bad strategy for about 12 to 14 games. So I hope you guys did enjoy this vlog. If you haven't already, please hit like and consider hitting subscribe. And if you want to show your support for this channel and show your support for this journey, not only as me as an individual, but for my team for 4-5 USTA going to nationals, please consider joining my YouTube members if you guys can afford $2.99 per month. I would greatly appreciate it. And I do have a bye week this coming week, so I'll try and put something up, maybe drill wise or maybe a more personal story. But as always, guys, happy hitting.